Addiction in general just creates a lot of wreckage.
Overdose deaths soared 29% last year to a record high.
93,000 overdose deaths in 2020.
The epidemic of drug overdoses in the U.S.
Addiction.
Addiction.
Hard drugs on America's streets.
I was married 13 years, had my own business. I mean, life was good. I just had some back issues. I was getting a lot of pills from my doctors, and then it just kind of got out of control to the point where I was just a functioning addict, literally just working to feed my habit. And it eventually just led just to my divorce and downfall and everything, and then I just became a homeless heroin addict.
I struggled with drugs and alcohol most of my 20s. No matter how I tried to run or escape from it, I couldn't. And it was like waking up and living the worst day of my life over and over and over again. And I remember I could not do it for one more day. I just couldn't fathom living another day like that. And I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how to get better.
I felt like the whole world had turned against me. I lost everyone, my family's trust, everyone's trust. I was a lost cause. Anybody would bend against me. You know what I mean? Like, my best friend that I was living on the couch with, he's dead. You know what I mean? He overdosed from fentanyl. And if I was still living there, I would have eaten those same exact Xanax, and I would be dead too.
In looking back, it split me from being one person into two people. I had this addiction side that people didn't really know about, and then I had this uneasy, still trying to be Richie and forcing it side. And I chased that to the bitter end. Some of my lowest points were, losing a marriage, losing my family, and really just pushing all the people who loved me away. So it put me in a position where I had to make a choice and do the hardest thing that there is to do for an addict, and that's to say I need help. And I don't know how to do this. I don't have this on my own.
Yeah, this is the drive. I remember when I first got sober, if you would have told me this would be my life, I wouldn't have believed you. I couldn't fathom being part of an organization like this and getting to help people every day.
I used to write the times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, shine like this, in a matter of time I spent.
I don't think addiction is a choice. I think your brain gets hijacked and you make decisions based on survival. I think trauma is a big reason a lot of people, go deeper into that hole, and trauma can look like anything. For me, my whole life changed with the trauma that happened when I was 15 when my friend passed. And after that day, I was in fight or flight. You're trying to survive. And when you're always trying to survive and you just need a little bit of relief, you go to the one thing that is easiest. And for me, that was drugs and alcohol. It starts out as a way to cope with pain. And the pain can be sometimes incredibly overwhelming.
The first time I drank, I finally could breathe. I could finally take a breath. And none of the things mattered. Not that I wasn't starting in soccer, not that I was getting D's, not what people thought, not that I had a learning disability. None of it mattered. So after that, it was, I'm going in, dude. I'm gonna use what I know to make me feel safe for the rest of my life. Because that's all I was looking for, was relief. It was my solution to my problem. And then when I woke up in the morning, I felt so terrible that I would just say, I gotta get rid of this feeling. I just keep drinking. And that was every single day. I knew that I'm either gonna die or I'm gonna get help. And that's when they sent me to my first treatment center. I complete the program, I get out, and I'm like, now what? And it took me 3 days and I was back on alcohol and benzos. And then that stopped working again. Enter treatment center number 2. I get out. What am I supposed to do? I go get drunk and high again. And every time I go back out, the relief gets shorter and shorter. Pills, alcohol, all of it stopped working. It always stops working. And that's what I finally realized.
Aftercare is so important. That's a missing piece a lot of times. People think, I'll just go into 30 days of treatment and I'm cured and I'm good. Well, no, that doesn't erase, there's so much trauma and so much other stuff going on. Having community and having a purpose is so, so important.
And then I just start thinking to myself, like, we gotta build something for people when they get out of treatment. In treatment, I would train people and then I'd find connection while working out. We would tell our stories, we would say what we're struggling with, we'd talk about gratitude, and that's when I could feel connection. And that's what I've been longing for my whole entire life. So I got home and I'm like, I'm gonna do something crazy. And that started with a Facebook post and a boombox. And 2 people showed up. And then there were 6 people, and then there was 1 person, and then I was like, there's only 1 person. But at least I got to work out. At least I got to connect with somebody. And at least we both stayed sober that day.
Ian was doing boot camps in the park, and we would show up rain or shine. There was one time when we showed up and it was like 4 people at Sugar House Park in the rain, and we still did it.
And then 90 people showed up, then 100 people showed up. And I was like, wow, we're onto something. And then it got to winter, and we're like, we need a space. And we started an Indiegogo campaign where we kind of told the story, and we filed a nonprofit, and we came up on this beautiful place, this beautiful building in 2015. And boy, has it been a ride, dude.
I'm Sharon Ewer, and I just celebrated in February 31 years sober, and I came to be part of FTR in 2017. I was going through a horrible time. I came to this gym over 300 pounds. Ian just treated me like a person. He said something that I couldn't disagree with. He said, "You've been sober a lot of years, right?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "How have you done that?" And I go, "I've just been showing up." He goes, "That's how this gym is. Just, can you make me a commitment to show up no matter how you feel? Just like you've been doing all these years in sobriety?" And I said, "Yeah, that actually made sense to me." So that's what I did, and keep doing. You know, I would come and I would cry. I'd cry in those early classes. I mean, being 300 pounds, they're telling you to do bear crawls and these weights. But I owed it to myself to try. Lost 170 pounds. I just keep coming. When I came here, I thought they were young kids. There's no way that I have a role here, right? I realized I actually did have a role here because, okay, I was 300 pounds, but I had long-term sobriety. And a lot of these kids are still here early in recovery. And I could show them that you can stay sober that long. So I didn't have to be that thin person, but I did need to be maybe that person that they could see could stay sober.
I still stress a lot about the programming, and then I realized that in most cases they don't really care what they do. You know, they're not necessarily, I mean, they are here for exercise and they are here to get stronger, but that's not their primary goal, right? So I just had to remind myself sometimes of that. It's not necessarily about the workout, it's just about the energy and the connection in the community. It's always about the newcomer too, right? Everything we do is about the newcomer because we know how scary it is to walk in the door the first time, especially when that's been your past, right? You've lived in shame and secrecy and self-hatred, and to walk into something new you're not unsure about. So before we start a workout, we circle up and we connect.
All the trainers, they are vulnerable with us, so it allows us to be vulnerable with them. And it's safe. It's all about safety. I feel like I can be myself, and it's one of the few places that I feel truly safe.
As a new person, it's just important for you to be seen and connected with, and to just get them into a place where they can kind of start to believe in themselves. Because that's what I needed. I needed someone to say, Richie, just keep coming back. Just believe in yourself, just keep showing up. I remember my first boot camp, I couldn't even do 3 push-ups. And I left and I was kind of an emotional mess, just tons of shame and self-judgment and fear. But it kind of disintegrates over time if you keep coming back. You just realize that you're a part of, and we're really the only ones that are holding ourselves back.
Wherever they are, it doesn't matter. They can come in and say, hey, I want to go out and use right now, but I'm here. Or I'm really depressed today. I just went through this really hard thing and I don't really want to talk to anyone, but I'm here. And just being able to feel safe enough to share that in a group is something you don't get anywhere. I've been in a lot of gym communities and thought it was community, but this is something different. There's a really genuine love and support and vulnerability piece to it that you don't get anywhere else.
Aware that I was chosen, I swear I stay focused. I came to tell them the truth, and the truth hurts. I'm here to tell you the truth. I just hope it works. I came to tell them the truth. I came to tell them the truth, and the truth hurts. Yeah. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth. I just hope it works. I came to tell them the truth.
Everyone eats and everyone has some sort of connection with food. For me, it's the medium. It's my language of how I communicate with people and show that I care. For the nutrition pillar, it's trying to support someone in recovery to have a positive relationship with food and build skills and knowledge. So we have that kitchen upstairs that serves as a teaching kitchen. How to grocery shop, how to stock a pantry, basic skills that maybe are overlooked. We also do a community meal prep where we have ready-to-eat meals and people can purchase those.
I kept hearing people talk about it, say, oh, the food's bomb, it's good. and you all cook it together. And it was like $20, so it was cheap for like 5 meals. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna check it out. And I came up here, and yeah, the cooking together with like 7, 8 other people, the shrimp Alfredo by far is the best. And you get to make it all from scratch. You come up here and there's like shrimp, you cut the onions, you do everything, and you do it all together, listen to music. It's fun, and the food's bomb. It's excellent.
It takes a group of people collectively putting efforts together to create something, right? It's a form of art to me. So when I get people as a group to make a whole meal up in the kitchen, they feel that experience. It's a positive experience.
We can create an environment, a safe space, a fun space, a space with connection that people keep wanting to come back to, then they're going to be consistent throughout the recovery process. The fact that we have a nutrition pillar is really cool as a part of this place, because now it's, okay, people are consistent with their fitness, well, they have access to, the dietitian here or the nutrition programs that we offer. And so it's another outlet for them to be consistent and continue to hone in on that part of their recovery.
Nutrition is about trying to connect people to themselves, not just with other people, but like tuning in, right? Use of substances can disrupt that connection, hunger, fullness, just bringing people back to that sensations of, this makes me feel good, or these things don't work for me. It can connect you back to you.
It's more than just the food, it's just the community. It's several people getting together and bonding. I love it, man. It's cool. So I'm definitely proud to be a part of this community for sure.
Finally figured it out. Finally understand who I am now. Just a kid from the beast, I believe.
Oh, I love that. That sounds good. When I'm in front of a microphone and I'm writing lyrics and I'm singing lyrics, it's like the whole world stops. I'm just here in that moment, like suspended, and nothing else matters. And I'm like truly present. This is like where I would come when I was like real sick, you know what I mean? Still like not like who I am now. Like I was still just working through a lot of shit. And this is how I would do it. Like this is how I'd make music when I first got here. And I don't know, it just has a part of me. I'll just find a beat that right away I feel. Since we're doing this, it's like, why would I not? Got mine in the West Bay, gotta live my life, yeah, know that. I've been on my way for a run back, I ain't never gonna look back. Listen, I've been going through mood swings with a bad little thing, and I'm trying to, I like that beat. I want to heal, right? And I want to do that in a group setting where I feel safe to heal. And that's what the music program has provided, not just for me, but for hundreds of people over the past 3 years.
I mean, it's so part of our humanity to be creative and express in that way, and it's just such a part of our DNA and our survival. And Fit Recover has been one of the first places in our area to say, yeah, this is important, and let's create some place for people to come and explore that part of themselves. As the group has evolved, it's incredible to watch it go from something that needed a lot of structure to no structure. Coming in and nothing but improvisation. If they come in, they check in with each other, they grab an instrument, and really whatever is going on, they put into the music and they put into the lyrics.
Pony is so amazing at just setting up the space and providing that openness for everyone to kind of do whatever the hell they want. And we do it together. That's the That's the defining quality, in my opinion, is that it's that togetherness. Being a part of that is something that makes me feel like I'm in my own renaissance, is that I'm able to do whatever I want as an artist that has support behind it.
Some of the things that they write about, it's vulnerable, and they share that with a group of people that support and love them. Something happens, and I don't know how to describe that, but it's something changes in that person. You can tell something clicks, like, I can accept that part of me. Their whole perception shifts, like they become a part of, and they're like, yo, I'm not even like really stressing on drugs anymore. I got all these cool ass people that like have my back now.
Think about what a feeling is, as opposed to what a thought is, or even what a sound is. When we try to convey the realest shit, and you take in all your surroundings, and you hate it or it heals you. What makes you dance or makes you smile? And who was with you by your side when this hit you and you cried? Tears don't come without emotions. Just like sharks don't come without the ocean. Sharks are beautiful. Darkness, balance, light, hip-hop is youthful. I feel ageless when I say this, and I pray this goes for you too. I can't feel anything that's soulless, so I put my soul in this, and that's valuable like gold is.
It's one of the most non-judgmental communities I've ever seen. I cannot even tell you how forgiving and loving and supportive, no matter what you do, and like they accept you as you are. You have everything from like recording artists to people who have never done anything but they want to connect. We've had people really walk off the street and come in like I was looking for an AA meeting and here I am. As soon as they come in, they are the most important person in that room. And it's like an instinctive thing for the community, just like, hey, you've been a part of us forever. I'm glad you found us finally.
What I really wanna know is, can you feel me though? Can you feel me? Hey, what I really wanna know, can you feel me? Can you feel me though?
I love you.
Service is what kind of our community is all about, you know, is helping the new person, giving back to the community in any way we can, seeing what's going on in the world and trying to contribute in a positive way. That's really what recovery is all about. How can I contribute in a positive way so I gain self-esteem and feel like I'm living a good life, you know?
So when I first started coming to FTR, fitness wasn't my thing for a long time. Having true connections is kind of what shifted my recovery into taking this service pillar lead. And I was like, well, am I good enough? Like, can I connect with people? Like, are they gonna show up if I plan these things? And the first service project that we planned since COVID was planting trees outside. And it just so happened that day it was snowing. I came early, made some hot chocolate, had some snacks, and it was almost 10 minutes before, and I was like, shit, no one's gonna show up. And then one person showed up, and then like a van full of people, and we had 36 that day with the snow. And it just made me realize, like, hey, you just have to give addicts something to do. Give them a purpose.
Sometimes just a smile, being kind, a hug, being able to make someone feel safe and connected is, I think, the most important act of service that we do.
Anytime you have the opportunity to be of service, do it, because you might save someone's life. Like, just the small act of just, hey, let me help you with this can mean a big thing for them. I realize now, like, I have a lot to offer, and I get to be of service, and I get to show up for me today.
Sometimes when I'm driving, I just kind of reflect on like the dreams that I have. And my dreams were never, and they were never financial. It wasn't, once you get this amount of money or once you get this kind of X, Y, and Z, then everything will be okay. My dream was to not drink for more than a day. My dream was to have a family. Part of my dream was to start a business and help as many people as we can. I'll tell you what I really, chasing my dreams. You want to talk about a dream I've had? It's to get a monthly pass at a car wash place. So now all I gotta do is just pull up.
You gotta pass fast enough, fly away. You gotta hang up the
Hey buddy.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
We miss you.
Ditto.
Yeah. Work's going good though?
Yeah, it's been way good. It's just getting like certified and licensed.
And sobriety's good?
Yeah, sobriety's good.
What's a dream of yours? If you like, what's a dream?
A dream? Just to have like independence, and be like free, I guess.
Yeah. Well, good, dude. I was just calling to, just thinking about you this morning, and just, I want you to know that we think about you often, and we got your back.
Cool, man. Well, thanks.
All right, we'll talk soon.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye.
I found this place over 9 years ago, and that is a miracle. Like, you know, I couldn't even stay sober for 9 hours. And I remember going to an AA meeting in my early sobriety and seeing somebody pick up a 60-day chip. And I remember just thinking, like, that is such a long time. How was somebody able to stay sober for 60 days? And now here I am sitting here, you know, 9.5 years later, and it feels almost surreal. Like it's hard to connect with that place that I was in and really recognize that that was my life. You know, and my life today is beyond what I ever thought it could be. And, you know, it's not because I drive the coolest car or have a ton of money in the bank, but I'm free. Like, I get to walk around free, and I'm no longer in that bondage of drugs and alcohol. Like, I'm no longer tied to that. And my life is really beautiful, and I'm just grateful that I got it, and I was able to have this new chance at life.
Can you tell me about the words that are painted on the front door of the gym?
Yeah, it's just breathe, you're safe. And I held that mantra so heavy when I first got in. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna breathe, I'm safe. Because it's true, like, it's a place where you can go and you are safe. No one's gonna judge you. People are there to support you. It's just showing people a culture of, yeah, it's okay to show up where you're at. Like, it's okay, you're gonna be loved and supported anyway. But if you're emotionally safe and emotionally supported, then you can be authentically exactly who you are, which is so important for recovery.
These people are not bad people, they're just addicted to something that is not good for them. And they're learning, so be kind to them, because they've been shamed and guilted their whole lives. And if you really break down why people use drugs, it's usually because they don't feel a part of it or they don't feel good enough. So if you shame and guilt them and they already feel those two things, how's that doing any benefit, right? And that's why you just listen and you love, and then be part of their journey. And then when you're part of their journey and you see them pick up a year chip, you're like, that was worth it.
it was a few people in the park showing up with a whiteboard and a speaker. Now, you know, it's jam-packed days of full fitness classes, going into treatment centers all over the state. It's grown, and it's serving so many people, and that's what we wanted. And I would hope, my hope for FTR is that we can take it elsewhere, and other people in different states and cities can benefit from what we have created.
Had bouts of depression, was out living reckless, I slipped into drugs. In doubt of the message, I found some perspective, I'm counting the blessings I got out the mud. Without this expression, I'd route the discretion, I doubt the direction, no trust from above. I'm proud of progression, had some regression, the lesson's been hectic, I felt like I won. I brought out the sun, yeah.
I honestly can say I think it's a matter of life or death. You now have a community, and that's what I want for the next person. I want them to come in here and get cheered on. I want them out of their heads that's going to kill them and into a community that can help save them. And I will be forever grateful for the day I met Ian. I will be forever grateful for the tools that I've learned here in this gym about how to deal with stress and how to face my self-worth in a way. I just really encourage everybody to come because I want people to know that they're worth living.
My dream is to be a mother.
I think my hopes and my dreams all come down to like this singular thought that I want to help people.
To be a good father, to be a good partner, to be a good teacher. To have peace.
When you're out on the streets homeless, I used to live in places like this for real. Now I've got a nice apartment. Material-wise, you know, that stuff doesn't mean so much to me. I know people want to be rich and say, oh, I want to have a big house, I want to have money and all that stuff, but hey, I'm rich right now. Like, I'm happy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm living my dream right now.
I'd just like to say to whoever's watching that, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Even when, like I said, even when things are so bad and you're so deep, don't give up, because there is hope. You know? And there are people that know exactly what you're going through and that can help. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Would you make it right with me? Come on, stay. Why don't you fight with me? Don't just lie down and take it. Don't you sit and wait to break it. You ain't gotta never fake it. Come on, shine with me. Come on and shine with me, yeah. I know you wanna be somebody, be somebody, be somebody, be somebody. Come on, now won't you shine with me?
To recover after
got the noose around the head of addiction and tell herself a bear witness. Since life is granted permission to break the hands that bind, created with raw passion, we turn in the hands of time. My mental making decisions keep pushing the outer limits. Ain't messing around with gimmicks. This wisdom is hell within us. My vision creating passion. It's raw, it's authentic. I lost my life to addiction. Now I've been resurrected. Spitting rhymes and making different connections. These messages are a blessing. Now you see me living life present. I'm feeling so empowered. Hour upon the hour, minute upon a minute. Guess you reap what you sow. Creating a new image, recreate what was lost. A leap to faith bonds. This family open arms. Resiliency at its finest time we're reborn. With iron and music binding good feelings, we supply it.
Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Let's get it. Drug addiction, my prescription, clean vision, clearer mission, kindred spirits. It's my incentive to be the best, to better myself and wear it on my chest. I found heaven step by step. Amazing what I can do when I keep my demons in check. Sincere compliments, get closer, I'm confident. Composure, God grant me the reflection of a life changed by sound methods. I never look back, I can't fool myself when it comes to that. Matter of fact, I'm living my life in this rap. I don't stumble, mumble, or regret my track. This ain't a patriarchal epistemology. We on the other side of the addiction pedagogy. So when she's approaching me, I tell her to back off. We ain't on speaking terms, you might find it obscure, but what the end of every meeting, we find solace in these words and gratitude in the work that stands strong as the world post-pandemic, hearts in hand.
Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up.
Would you make it right with me? Come on, stay. Why don't you fight with me? Don't just lie down and take it. Don't just sit in ways that break it. You ain't gotta never fake it. Come on, shine with me. Finally, my time. Come on, shine with me. Yeah. I know you wanna be somebody, be somebody, be somebody, be somebody. Come on, now won't you shine with me?
Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up, we will stay determined. Rise up through the struggle, we're learning. Rise up through the struggle, found a purpose. Rise up, rise up, rise up.